But anyway, Martin Luther King spent a lot of time on John's Island. Not only Martin Luther King, but Hosea Williams, Fannie Lou Hamer, Stokely Carmichael. They all used to come to the Progressive Club. And the Progressive Club is located on River Road. And if you see it now, you'll be disappointed because no roof on it now, none of the stuff. But it was a huge building that when integration started here, I have to start from there before I can get into King. When integration started here, and some of us went to Burke School because there was no high school out here for blacks. So my father, Esau Jenkins, started carrying the people from Johns Island to Burke School. And he got to the point that he said, well, if I have to carry kids from here to Burke School, then they should pay me to be for my time. And so he went to the school board and he started talking about he needed to be paid for carrying the kids from Johns Island to Burke School. And that went until almost more until 1947. Then he went back down there and they built a Hot Gap High School here in 52 or 51, one of those years, for blacks on the island, because up to that time there was no school on the island for blacks. High school was only St. John, and that was for white kids only. And after he kept bothering them so much, they built Hot Gap, and after they built Hot Gap, but they didn't build a gymnasium for that to do any kind of exercise or anything. So the Progressive Club was there, and they built it large enough through a grant from Highlander Folk School in Tennessee. Someone from Highlander Folk School and said that they knew someone who may help with the grant. So some lady from California said that we will match everything that y'all do. And so they came up and went and borrowed some money. and they matched it, and they built a Progressive Club for something like $19,000 to $20,000. Bill Saunders can tell you better on that than I can. And after they built it large enough, and Mr. Ezekiel Jones, who is my brother-in-law, built the Progressive Club. And he was a carpenter. And after he built the Progressive Club, they built it large enough that they could have a gymnasium at that time in the center of the club, the store on the front, club in the middle, and then some places on the back, some rooms on the back that people could stay because it was dangerous, especially white folks trying to go from this island back to Charleston at night. So they usually stay right at the Progressive Club. And after they built that, then St. John High School, not St. John, Hot Gap High School then used to play their games at the Progressive Club. And after they played their games at Progressive Club, Miss Septima Clark, I'm skipping a little bit in now because it's too long. Miss Septima Clark got fired from the school system here she used to teach here on Johns Island, down near Keywall. She used to teach down there. And she got fired because she wouldn't give up her membership in the NAACP.
Oh my God.
So she got fired from and she went up, and Miles Horton hired her in Tennessee. And she started working up there, and one time she came home and asked my daddy to go back with her. And while they were up there, they would start talking about the United Nations Day. As they were discussing it, and after they finished discussing it, they went around the room and asked people to respond to the United Nations Day. What you think about it? And when he got to my daddy, he said, I have nothing against the United Nations Day, but my problem is more more at home than the United Nations. He said, I need to teach my people how to read and write, especially elderly people. And I like to, some focus need to be shown, discuss on that. And they turned the whole meeting around and they start how we could help Esau go back to John's Island and help people learn how to read and write, older folks. And doing that, Miss Septima Clark and Bernice Robinson, who was Miss Septima Clark was Bernice's aunt. They came down and with my daddy set up the Progressive Club. And what they did is had Anderson Daddy from Waterloo was one of the students. They had people from Johns Island, they had people from North Charleston, they had Miss Arlene Brewer from Eddystone. And they started teaching people how to read and write. And Bernice Robinson here on Johns Island was teacher for the Johns Island side. My sister Ethel Grimwell was the teacher for Waterloo. And Miss Brewer was a teacher for Eddystone. I can't recall who was teacher for North Charleston. But anyway, they started this education thing all across the Charleston County area. And they formed the Citizens Committee of Charleston County. And with the Citizens Committee of Charleston County, they started doing things in order to raise a little bit of money for the Progressive Club and the Citizens Committee.